Have you ever found yourself trapped, replaying conversations, haunted by decisions, or burdened by the fear of judgment? Do you constantly wonder what people think of you, or hold yourself back from pursuing your deepest dreams simply because you're afraid of criticism or rejection? Imagine, even for a moment, what it might feel like to break free from this invisible prison, to live with clarity, confidence, and freedom. What if the secret you've been searching for isn't in controlling everything perfectly, but rather in letting go entirely? Today, we dive deeply into the profound philosophy of Michel de Montaigne, exploring how letting go can transform your life and why living authentically begins the moment you stop fearing external judgment. Michel de Montaigne, a philosopher who lived centuries ago, offered profound insights into why we constantly feel so lost, insecure, and overwhelmed by the opinions of others. Montaigne observed humanity closely, noting that we often shape our identities, choices, and entire lives around external validation. We seek approval from our friends, family, co-workers, even strangers, allowing their judgments to dictate our happiness. But why? Montaigne asked. Why do we grant so much power to other people's opinions? Opinions that are often fleeting, superficial, or simply misunderstood. He believed that most of our anxieties arise not from our true selves, but from our obsession with how we appear in the eyes of others. We create elaborate masks, hiding our authenticity behind carefully constructed images, believing this will keep us safe. Yet, it only deepens our inner suffering, anxiety, and sense of emptiness. At the heart of our struggle with judgment lies our obsession with control. We've been taught that success, happiness, and fulfillment come from controlling life's outcomes, carefully planning our futures, and managing others' perceptions. But Montaigne recognized a powerful truth. Life, by nature, is inherently unpredictable. No matter how much we plan or control, unexpected things happen: failures, setbacks, rejections. And the harder we fight to control outcomes, the more stressed, anxious, and unhappy we become. Control, according to Montaigne, is an illusion. It's comforting at first, but the comfort is fleeting. It only makes us feel more anxious and disconnected from reality. Real freedom, he taught, comes when we surrender our obsession with control and embrace life's uncertainties. By doing so, we discover peace, resilience, and true emotional strength. Montaigne uncovered a beautiful paradox. Letting go doesn't make us weak or passive. Instead, it grants us genuine strength and empowerment. Consider this. When you stop worrying obsessively about outcomes, judgment, or approval, you create space for authenticity and real growth. Decisions become easier, clearer, and more aligned with your true desires. Ironically, by trying less, you accomplish more. Think about the most confident, authentic, and genuinely fulfilled people you've met. Are they overly concerned about external validation? Rarely. They're usually comfortable with uncertainty and fully accept that life comes with imperfections, risks, and unpredictability. They understand something Montaigne tried to teach centuries ago. The less you obsess over control, the more naturally life flows in your favor. Consider an artist who creates purely to please critics. Their creativity eventually becomes paralyzed, diminished by fear and self-doubt. But the moment they let go of judgment and start creating from the heart, the work they produce becomes profoundly original, compelling, and emotionally powerful. Similarly, imagine someone trapped in a job or relationship because they're afraid of what others might think if they change direction. When they finally release that fear, they're free to pursue passions, experiences, and relationships that genuinely fulfill them. Real-life examples are everywhere. A person who stops seeking approval from friends or colleagues suddenly attracts deeper, more authentic relationships. Someone who lets go of the obsession with perfection finds joy and ease in everyday life. Letting go, paradoxically, leads us to the very happiness and success we once desperately tried to control. But how do we practically begin to let go? Montaigne offers us a clear roadmap. First, practice radical honesty. Take a moment and ask yourself, whose expectations are you trying to meet? Are these expectations truly yours, or are they imposed by family, society, or peers? Next, practice acceptance. Understand deeply that imperfection, mistakes, and criticism are inevitable parts of life. Rather than fearing them, accept them as opportunities to grow stronger. Allow yourself permission to fail, to learn, to be misunderstood. Every great figure in history, philosophers, leaders, innovators, has been misunderstood or judged at some point. Yet, their willingness to accept this judgment made them unstoppable. Then, begin taking small, brave steps toward authenticity. Maybe it's sharing your true opinion at work, pursuing a hobby others don't fully understand, or ending relationships that no longer serve you. Every small step builds courage, and every courageous act reinforces your ability to let go even further. Letting go is not always comfortable. Initially, it feels uncertain, risky, even frightening. But remember, this discomfort isn't a sign that you're on the wrong path. It's a sign that you're finally leaving your comfort zone, where real growth happens. Montaigne understood clearly that freedom is not found by avoiding fear, but by facing it directly. When you begin to embrace uncertainty, you will find that the imagined fears of judgment rarely materialize as dramatically as expected. Most people are too absorbed in their own lives to pay lasting attention to yours. Even harsh criticism often fades quickly, replaced by admiration for your authenticity and courage. Remember, people instinctively admire authenticity because deep down, it's what they desire for themselves. Your bravery in letting go encourages others to do the same, creating meaningful connections based on genuine mutual respect rather than superficial approval. So, what would your life look like if you finally let go? Imagine living freely, without the constant burden of judgment, self-doubt, or control. Imagine feeling genuinely confident, deeply fulfilled, and emotionally free. Montaigne believed this authentic freedom was accessible to everyone willing to take the courageous step of letting go. Today, the choice is yours. You can continue living someone else's life, bound by expectations, fear, and judgment. Or you can reclaim your true self, living boldly and authentically. The moment you start letting go, you'll discover that everything you've truly wanted was already within your grasp, waiting patiently for you to claim it. Embrace uncertainty. Let go of control. Allow yourself to be imperfect. Most importantly, trust yourself and your authentic path. Your journey toward true freedom begins right here, right now. Thank you for joining me on this journey.